I was playing by post, it felt like last week, so that was a little bit new for me. Um,
Yeah.
we left Candlekeep, we got our dragon off the boat, and we started heading towards the mountain. We found a little. We did some research about caves where we could take them. We found something in that led us to an abandoned, is it dwarven kind of place or keep or cave or something like that. Um, Walked through there. Uh, Found this door that we had to activate. I think I used the knock spell to get through it. I'm sure there was some more stuff too, but it was hard to
Play by post it.
take notes or anything when yeah.
You mostly got it right. There was still some extra stuff. Slayer, do you want to fill in a little bit?
I'm not sure how much more I've got. I remember exploring the caves. I remember X being really excited to find lava and the fire elementals coming out. And him being reluctant to fight them on our behalf. He seemed to want to play with them rather than cheese them off.
True, true. Before this, there were other creatures as well, and yeah, you guys. Oh.
What did we fight? We fought. Oh, we fought some undead. We fought some ghouls, right? Was it ghouls?
Oh, ghouls
Gas?
sounds right.
Zombies?
Let
Ghouls, I
me
think.
look at here for that map. Owl bears.
Oh, I forgot about those
Oh,
guys. Those
yeah.
were right at the start. We should give X the owlbear egg.
Yeah, remember, X had to save us from the owl bears.
That's true. Actually, quite a bit of work there. And then, yes, as you guys continued through, there were ghouls that you guys had to fight in this, like, almost abandonish dwarven area, and you went through all the way to this place. And that is where we are picking up. Where he is just flying around and flapping and swimming in the lava. It's like, yay! Yay! You should come swim with me! It's really fun! He's just swimming in the lava.
Don't think so.
Oh, it's so fun!
Uh, yeah, we're not immune to fire like you are.
What? You should swim in the lava with me!
Mm-mm.
Uh, oh Lord and Master, I might benefit from an hour of quiet. Is it okay if I sit down for a moment?
Yes, yes, you can sit and rest. I need to inspect my new lair. Oh, it's very big. Very big for a very big dragon. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, I could sleep here, or I can put my bed of treasure. Yes, yes, and I can keep going here. And and he just keeps talking the entire time as you try and rest. But you're used to this. But you're able to get your short rest, no problem.
Sweet.
Oh, what do I get back on short rests?
Hit die and potentially with your arcane recovery spell slots.
That's right. I don't think I took any damage.
No, I don't think. I think Alton was the only one who's taken really a lot of damage. Slayer might have. Yeah,
I,
Slayer took some.
I lost a third of my hit points, but feeling better now.
Yeah. You disengaged and got out of there with the fire elemental last time. Like, woof.
I couldn't hit a barn door
Oh.
last time.
Yeah, and I was rolling well. I remember that now. I think I rolled well. I can scroll up and see. Quite a few greens. Um, I also remember I got poisoned from going in that room that had a whole bunch of corpses and stuff in it, and we found some stuff in there, but nothing. I don't think there was anything really worthwhile. Well, there's money. Money's always good.
Yeah, money is always good. So, alright, you guys take your long rest. And you saw X go over here when he was saying that there was a dragon bed for him to sleep on. And after about 30 minutes of you guys taking your short rests, X is actually quiet. And last you saw, he went over here into the darkness.
Was that 30 minutes?
Well, let's say you wait another 30 minutes, and after the entirety of the hour, when you get the benefits of your
All
short rest, he's still quiet.
right.
I'm concerned we haven't heard from our friend.
Yeah, he's usually quite loud. Maybe I'll go this way, and if you want to stay a little farther back in case something jumps out and goes boo.
Got it.
He said he was over this way.
You can see him now. So as you look over here, you see X is sleeping on this giant elevated slab of stone, only about 5 or so feet, that's elevated with a small little curve, as if this area is meant to hold whatever else was there. And X has taken to this place as the ideal spot for his bed and or treasure hoard. As X is sleeping. Little snouts of fire just going out here and there.
I'm gonna take a selfie with him.
You just go there and you have your quill just in midair, just like scribble a portrait of it. We'll perform to see how good it is. We'll just say this was like prestidigitation
Yeah,
or
that
mage
sounds
hand,
good.
whatever cantrip you have. Mage hand, perfect. Wow.
Nice.
You have a very good portrait. Of course, not the best of all the artists in the world, but still, I mean, for a portrait, it's pretty good. You have a pretty good portrait of you and X to remember him by.
You can use it in the book.
Yeah.
My life as a dragon's slave. By
I'm gonna leave the owlbear egg, unless we have a reason to keep it, Slayer. I don't think we need to play Pokemon and have a number of pets. And
more trouble than it would be worth.
I'll leave him some of the. We had 4 gems that were worth 10 gold each. I'll leave him the gems
Okay.
just to start his hoard, and my copper pieces.
And your copper. Nice,
So that's
nice.
87 copper.
Nice.
So, are you thinking that this is where we say farewell?
I think so. I was gonna give him. I'll write him a letter, and I don't think I speak Draconic. Can I write Draconic if I have any spells?
I don't think you have... You have comprehend languages, so you can ritual cast it and then try to write it down. Or if you still have your feature, you could do your awakened spellbook ritual.
I'll just write it in common, and I'll basically I'm just kind of writing to tell him that he should make alliances because stupid humans will die younger than him, and then he can take all their gold after. That how he needs to plan for the long term because very often the downfall of dragons is just being impetuous and short-sighted and only living in the now. And then, sometimes it's better just to pretend to be good and make deals because that's really smart things to do as opposed to just being rampantly evil. And then again, when their civilizations fall, take everything that they own. And then...
Like Jor-El over there.
Yeah, just giving him this note of advice. And then I also mentioned that we might be back to set up a base, like a Chronomancer's base, in the ruins above. Because it looked like there were some rooms that were okay for, or could be okay for consumption in terms of if we put some stuff in there and fixed it up a little bit. And then, of course, we would pay for his protection and for him to protect us, is what I mean.
I got you. All right.
Donations towards the horde.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wrap it up in a nice little scroll and put it like right in front of his face, so when he wakes up, he sees it. Actually, not right in front of his face if he's breathing fire out while he's
Yeah, he's like
snoring.
snorting some fire a little bit, but
A little bit of ways from that.
yeah, even has a little type of like snore, just.
It's hard to believe he will live hundreds of years after we're gone.
Yeah, I think turtles only live to like 40, so it's just like I'll be dead in 20 years, and he'll be.
40?
What?
I think
thought they
so.
lived.
I don't think they're long
Yeah,
lived.
no, an
Like, I've
average
met-
life of 50 years. Wow.
Like, I've met 100. I met a tortoise in Hawaii that Darwin studied.
Yeah.
So why would they miss a whole decimal point on the turtle?
Yeah. Why? I'm looking this up now. All right, I'll look that up in the spare time. But okay. So at this point, you guys have
No time to waste.
yeah, you guys have set up your little offerings to X, and are ready to take your leave. And as you take your leave down
Smart.
throughout the mountain, you're able to go, and and you don't encounter any unexpected creatures or events. You're able to get all the way to Candlekeep and sail off. And that is where we will pick up. As you guys sleep.
Hold on.
Oh, you going all the way to the entrance?
No. I'm just exploring it for my own curiosity because it's a very artistic-y map that I'm just want to see the rest of.
I bet you like it. Yeah,
I'm good now.
Oh, and something also for you, just to satisfy your curiosity, since you're doing this. If you went through that pool, you would get to here, just to satisfy your artistic curiosity.
Cool.
Alrighty. So, going back to that. Alright, Sword Coast map. Excellent. So, you get on the boat and you make your way all the way to Luskin. Well, along this route. It takes a while, but you have no more unexpected encounters, at least. And as you get to Luskin, you see that this, just from the outset of looking at it, it is the seediest, the scummiest, and the most vile place that you can see just from the outset. Now, showing you the land here, this is the layout of Luskin. You come in from this area as you go into Cutlass Island, in between Fang Island and Cutlass Island, to go to the port here. And as you get to the Luskin docks, you see...
I can't see the map. I think I need a token on the map to see it.
You should not.
There we are.
There we are. Excellent,
I can see it
now. So as you get here, we're going to say that this is your boat, because it should be. Let me put your tokens on the map. There we are. There's Neros, and here is Slayer. Oh, in this time, you guys would have had a long rest, so do click the long rest button. Excellent. And let me get some Luskin music for you. Apologies, thought I had it up here.
I'll be back in 30 seconds. I need to get a drink.
Alrighty. Good.
I'm just gonna manage my spells.
Alright, you manage your spells and tell me when you are ready. There's Luskin.
I think I'm good.
Think you're good? Alrighty, alrighty.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's alright, it's alright. I'm just populating with some more actors here. And as you get to Luskin, you see this place is just crawling with miscreants. Almost everyone has a blade. In fact, if they don't, they're a rarity or they're working. But even when you think, they're just working and they're fine, you still see, like, in the folds near their waist is almost a hidden dagger. Everyone has some sort of weapon, and everyone looks like they're either ready for trouble or ready to cause it.
You do have to admire the honesty of a place like this compared to Waterdeep with all of its showiness and hidden corruption. At least they're open about it here. And I also am quite relieved to be out of that terrible forest.
Yeah. Nature. Not a fan.
Now, how does one find the Stanky Inn?
I have a feeling just asking around might not be the best idea. We can go looking. Maybe we just
Perhaps.
go walk around.
Yes, I imagine it's the sort of thing that no one would tell us openly, but perhaps we'll find some stool pigeon who might be willing to sell us that intel.
Go find an easy mark. Somebody who looks like he's easily browbeaten.
Or in bad need of a whiskey.
Alright. So you go around and you see that most of these dock workers easily look like they could either use a whiskey or are just seedy as well. In fact, as you look around, there is no one of decent reputation. Everyone is just ill repute as you look all around. So everyone kind of fits the criteria of what you've stated.
But it's very public at this point.
Yes, it's very public to where, I mean, you could maybe find someone in particular if you really want to go and investigate that way, but from the criteria you've given, it's just anyone.
Yeah. I'll approach this guy and say, pardon me, my good man. Any chance you could recommend a tavern least likely to water down their ale?
Oh, as you see this half-orc with like the little bit of like an unbuttoned shirt with the hair popping out and with his little nice sailor pants, well, not nice, they're like ripped and tattered, looks at you as just, do you want a place that doesn't have watered down ale? Oh, you're serious. Let's see, probably near the host tower or somewhere in the captain's quarters, but everywhere else, yeah, no. It's either water or blood. There's a tavern that specializes in Blood Island called the Blood Orchard.
Yeah, I think the captain's quarters might not be what we're looking for.
Oh?
No, I think we're looking for something a little more humble.
Humble that doesn't water down their ale? What is this? Neverwinter?
What was the name of the blood one, Wizo? Can you put that in the chat?
The Blood Orchard. I don't know how to spell orchard.
Yes, perhaps we'll give... Neros, I suggest we give this Blood Orchard place a try, and I'll toss a copper to that one.
Like, the look's on Blood Island. We're on Cutlass Island right now. You could take the bridges to go across, not that big of a deal. But you'll have to go through the city.
I'm down with that.
Yeah,
Alright.
I've seen worse.
He kind of laughs as you guys go along. But alright. So you guys then continue along the streets. And as you go through, you find that this place is pretty shady as well. Let me make sure the configurations are correct, of course, or not.
Are we still on Cutlass Island?
You are still on Cutlass Island. As you go around and you see that in this area, it seems as if it's almost more scummy. As if this is a ramshackled area with houses that are made out of dilapidated wood. There's a little bit of a drizzle going through this place. And as you go through, you see that people are eyeing you, possibly bumping you a little bit here and there. And let's see. I want to just check something really quick. Slayer, you would realize this. You see one of the people that bump into you. There is a small child who bumps into Nero's. Now, this child, you can see, lifts something off of Nero's and starts to walk away at a little bit of a faster pace.
That's not good. Alright, give me 1 second here. What tricks do I have up my sleeve? I want to cast the Minor Illusion cantrip 5 feet in front of the child and make an angry-looking Neros illusion appear.
As soon as you do that, this child screams, goes, "Ah!" and then runs the opposite way as...
Which should be right back towards us, right?
Yeah, pretty much. And Neros, you're easily able to intercept this child, especially with the mobility of a turtle who is roided up on speed.
I still have no idea what happened other than I saw an angry me, so I'm assuming that Slayer had...
Well, as he turns, I'm going to shout out, I think you should give that back.
Oh, what, sirs? I just,
Neros, he's been in your pocket.
And as you look down, you realize that he didn't actually go into your pocket. You see what's missing is unclasped your spell book that he's trying to hide in his clothing.
Ooh. I'm gonna try and intimidate him and say, if you don't give me that back, I will kill you.
Roll me an intimidate.
Not my strongest,
Well, this is an urchin, so... Alright, 13. So, I'm sorry, sir. He kind of drops the spellbook and tries to run away after he tosses the spellbook here next to you. You can try to grab him if you wish, or do some sort of attack of opportunity.
I would like to grab him if I can.
Oh, okay, so you can run over. Roll me in athletics. It's not going to be hard.
I should hope not.
No, he's an urchin. You can roll poorly. Like that. Holy crap. So you fall flat on your face as he goes, as he runs away a little bit. Neros, do you want to do anything? As you see Slayer's fallen flat on his face.
Like a chump.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up my spellbook and I'm gonna use that wand of web
Oh,
that we gained. And I'm just gonna web over in that area.
Okay.
I don't think I have the spell web.
We'll just say that you web. And this urchin is completely stuck in that web. He's like, as he's very scared and looking at you, trying to look at you both, but his back is towards you.
Uh, should we try and get information from him? I
You
kind of leave
bet.
that up to my speaking people.
Sure, let me take over. So while he's still in the web, Slayer's going to approach him and glare and say, "What are you called?"
My name's Brett.
Brent?
Brett.
Brett, I'm afraid that you made a very poor decision today. For we may look like easy marks, but I'm afraid that we are far more formidable, as your current sticky situation reveals. Now, we are prepared to let you go. I do not see a need for murder our first hour in this wonderful city, but we're going to need some help from you in return.
Okay, whatever you want, sirs.
Okay, hold on, Neros. Don't release him yet. Well, I guess, can you dismiss a web cast by a wand, or do you just have to wait for it to
You
fade?
just have to wait. Because it's not concentration, so...
Yeah.
We could carve him out if we wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we're actually hoping to find a location that perhaps you may be able to guide us to.
Where do you want to go, sirs? I know the city very well.
The place we're looking at is very difficult to find, and I'm not sure one your age would even be aware of it.
Then I might not be able to help, sirs. I don't know brothels too well. Or slave markets that well, sirs. I only know a few.
Well, unless you want to become very acquainted with either of those places, I suggest you search your memory now. The place we're looking for is an underground tavern known as the Stanky Inn.
The Stanky Inn? I know of it, but and I know where the gate is, but you need a password, sir. I don't know the password.
Tell you this. If you can guide us to the gate, we will set you free and forget this incident ever occurred. If you can guide us first to someone who could provide us with an accurate password, then not only will we set you free, but taking out a gold piece, I'd be quite happy to give you this tip.
As he's not facing you, I'm assuming you're talking to him from this side, since this is where he's facing.
I've got my character sheet open. I don't even see the scene.
Oh, okay. And he says, of course, sir. You're very nice, sir. I could even, if you give me the gold, I could ask around and find the password as well, sir.
Well, the problem... Crap, I've already forgotten his name. Brett. The problem, Brett, is that once I give you this piece of gold and your life, it's likely that we will never see you again.
How about, sir, you give me my life and I'll come back for the gold with information.
What do you think, Neros? I think the scamp might be good for his word after all.
I snap young Wheezy into existence.
Oh yeah! That's what's been missing.
And I say, I'll send my magical companion here with you so that we can keep a close eye on you at all times.
What's it do, sir?
Maybe you could have young Wheezy demonstrate what he can do on the webbing.
Yeah, so young Wheezy just starts like gnawing into the webbing, just, like all around him, and gets really close to like nipping a finger or an arm.
You know, you have done this so much with young Wheezy that young Wheezy has actually gotten really really good, scarily good at biting in specific ways to create torture, as you don't even need to roll the intimidation since this child is already intimidated. And young Wheezy does the job as he just goes, I'm sorry, sirs, I'm sorry. I'll make sure to get you the information. Please don't, please don't send that thing after me.
No, he's going to go with you, just to make sure that you honor your word. Don't worry. As long as you keep your end of the bargain, then young Wheezy will do you no further harm. But if you had intended to betray us, now you know what to expect.
Oh, I wouldn't betray you, sirs. You're far too scary.
Yes, that's exactly what we want to hear. Now, where will we meet up? Is there a tavern nearby?
Just stay here. I'll be back in a little bit, sirs.
Very good.
So with that, he goes off as you put young Wheezy next to him, as young Wheezy is kind of drooling a little bit and kind of snapping at thin air, just waiting to snap at him if he does anything wrong. Just utterly terrifying this poor child. And yeah, this child runs off. What do you guys want to do at this point?
Have other people been watching us?
Some have been watching you, but they're not really paying as much attention as you would expect, as if this is like an everyday thing, harassing one of the urchins for trying to pickpocket you.
Summoning weasels, casting webs, duplicating turtles. It's just another day in Luskin's slums.
That's why you're getting looks, but the act of what you're doing is not anything irregular. But yes.
Well, I might consider that standing around making small talk with Neuros while we wait.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep an eye and see if anybody's like a place that's maybe, I don't know, like if I could stand in the corner here so that if anybody's coming, they're coming from directions that I can see them, having almost lost my spell book.
Gotcha. So you guys are just like hunkering down, waiting, making small talk. Maybe about X, maybe about whatever else. And you guys wait here.
You know, part of me misses him already.
Yes.
I wonder if he's found the dwarves yet.
It has been a few days.
I don't think he's gonna last too long. He's gonna do something stupid.
Indeed. So you guys wait in this little nook of an alleyway. Well, just really in between two houses, not even an alleyway. And then after some time, it takes about 2 hours, and this urchin comes back. Young Wheezy's eyes are even like wider as being separated from you agitates young Wheezy as it's on the shoulder. And you even see this child has some bite marks. But young Wheezy now has like his claws fluttering as if like he's ready to also rake into this child. He's like, I'm sorry, sirs, I'm sorry. It took so long. The weasel was really not happy whenever I had to go to the bathroom or anything else that wasn't getting you information. I'm sorry.
He was probably just hungry.
He did take a little bit out of my cheek as he rubs his cheek that actually has like a little part that was taken out from a bite. Could you take the weasel off now?
Depends. Did you get information that's of use for us?
I did, sirs. I know exactly where it is. We need to go after the sun is set, and then we would say the password. He comes over and whispers it to you. Sewers.
Are we going into the sewers?
I don't know, sirs. I just know that it's somewhere below. They use the house as a front, even though everyone knows it's where the Stanky Inn is.
So we approach the gate through a house, not through a sewer.
That's how most people do it, sirs.
Most?
I mean, I've heard that some go in through the sewers as well to avoid if they don't have the password, but Those are only the very brave or adventurous ones, or those who want to go down into deep Illisk.
Okay.
Makes sense why it's called the Stanky Inn if it's going into the sewers.
Indeed.
But yes,
Well,
I could take you
off
there,
we go.
sirs. All right. Just please take the weasel from me, sir. Please. It hurts.
The hero's like waits a minute and then like poofs him back into his extra dimensional space.
Thank you, sirs. Let me take you to it. It's at night, so in about 2 hours or so, we would be able to get there and get inside. Is there anything else you want to do in this city until then?
Do we want to try and find some healing potions?
I come to think of it, I do have another question.
Yes.
And I'm going to cast Minor Illusion, replicating that symbol we found on the sailor's arm back on the island. And just say, are you familiar with this symbol? We've seen it as a tattoo. Have you seen this before?
Oh, I've seen it once. That belongs to the royal shanties.
The Royal Shanties.
Yeah,
All right,
they're
I'm going to
cruise somewhere. I don't know much more than that, sir.
Can I check and see if I read anything about them? Looks good.
So you would know that if they that they'd probably not be a crew of any rapport or any real fame, since they don't stand out in any history whatsoever. So they're not any. You know, you're not dealing with any big shots.
Because the books I read were about the big shots.
Exactly.
And they were definitely not in them.
Definitely
Okay.
not.
So tell me, Brett, where are the Royal Shanties located? Do they have a base, a preferred watering hole?
Oh, I just know that they're freelancers who go and help different crews. They dock in different places all the time, though. I don't know where they'd be, but they're usually around here somewhere.
Would you recognize one if you happened to see him?
I know a few. If I see him, then I'd recognize him.
Well, what do you think, Neros? Perhaps we can sweeten the deal with our new friend here, and maybe just go for a walk.
A walk?
I was thinking of taking him to the slavers, but I mean, this might be a better use of our time.
Well,
Indeed,
slavers?
I think
Why the slavers? I did what you wanted, sirs.
Neros, I think he would be the information he could offer would be far more valuable. But maybe we should wait and see. We'll at least give the lad a try.
All right.
Okay, Brett. What do you say we start going on a bit of a pub crawl? Do let us know if you see anyone that you might recognize as a member of the Royal Shanties. We would very much like to talk with them.
I was told to never go on a pub crawl, sir. Well, not a pub crawl. I was told to never go into a pub, sir, as they said that I was too young and I'd probably die from getting stabbed. Or be sold.
We'll protect him.
He does make a good point. It's rather ironic that now going on a pub crawl might prevent you from getting sold.
But, I mean, I guess I don't have a choice, sirs. Could I not, maybe? Is that an option?
Well,
Please.
we do not need to go into pubs, but where else might we go looking for these people that you may have seen once or twice?
I don't know. They're by the docks somewhere.
Could we go for a walk along the docks?
We could. I guess that'd be much easier and nicer, sirs.
Let's try that. I think, though, I'm going to make a bit of a change. And I'm basically going to use my Mask of Many Faces and disguise myself as an elderly woman who looks like she's married to the fishmonger.
Oh, you've got a lot of magic, sir.
Yeah.
Just yeah. I love it. Alright. So, you guys go to the docks, and Slayer, you are disguised. Just for convenience, we're going to be using this same dock area. It all
Dock
pretty
is a
much
dock.
looks the same. Yeah, the dock is a dock. Unless it's like a fortified dock area, which this already kind of is. So, as per the ballista. So, Neros, how do you all want to be disguised as you see this child is leading you down the dock? As an elderly woman, any other features?
Me?
I'll ask if Neros wants the same disguise or what you want to do.
No, I'm not gonna. There's a little bit about Luskin in that there's a host tower that has wizards of power, so I think I'm just gonna try and lean into that.
Okay.
Because the host tower has, I think, right? The host tower is like a wizard, isn't it? No? Do I know
Roll
that?
me an Arcana.
I know that as a person. I don't know if I know that as a character.
Yeah, roll me an Arcana to see what you would know about the host tower. 'Cause you are correct, the host tower does exist. Alright, a 22. Yeah. So you know a lot about the Arcane Brotherhood, which is the people who have who are in the host tower. You know that the host tower usually has a bad reputation, as does the rest of Luskin, as they value power and results more than anything else. How you obtain it, who cares? So that's kind of how the Arcane Brotherhood operates, and usually they have quite a bit of power and clout. However, proving you're the Arcane Brotherhood, with a 22, you would know that there are many wizards who do reside in Luskin and want to be part of the Arcane Brotherhood, but aren't. So, you would have to be able to play that off.
Yeah, I think maybe less about being a member of it, but more that I'm powerful enough that it's just kind of there. Like, not constantly looking around, just walking with confidence and that kind of thing. As opposed to trying to disguise myself.
I got you. You also know that almost every person in the Arcane Brotherhood does wear robes. It's almost like a uniform or requirement. It doesn't necessarily matter what robes, but usually they're darker, like a dark blue or a dark red or something along those lines. And maybe some light blue as well. But usually it's more like close to
They probably don't wear
flamboyant.
They probably don't wear the tuxedo that I don't think I ever changed out of. Huh?
They do not.
Well, we'll go with the eccentric wizard then.
Alright. So it'll be very unique, is how you're going to pass it off as. I like it. So, you follow. This boy goes and continues, and after searching the docks for a while, about an hour and a half, he says, Sirs, I think that man over there, he's one of the royal shanties. You see him walking around going about his business. think he's with the Royal Shanty, sirs.
Okay, I'm going to give him a gold coin and say, okay, as agreed, here's the coin for showing us the man. If you still want the one for the guiding us to the gate with the password, then just stay out of sight until we're done talking to the man.
Of course,
Okay?
sirs, of course. As he goes there.
I send young Wheezy after him too, just as a watch weasel.
Feral young Weezy. Ah, not again! As it's just like sitting there just watching him and like kneading its claws on the cement, scratching it. The most terrifying weasel ever.
What shall we do, Neros? I could use the power of suggestion to have him guide us to his superior. Or
I was literally thinking the same thing, but I don't know if we want to talk with him first, and if that doesn't work, maybe save our abilities if we need to.
what would we say?
Take me to your leader.
In that monotone voice, take me to your leader.
No. Do we want to try and join them as recruits?
We could say that we heard there's been some vacancies, so we know at least one of them died. I would probably have to change my disguise. Or I could try to pass you off as my son. Please give my son a job.
Well, lots of crews look for wizards, right? They're valuable for being out on the seas.
Why don't you approach him, and I'll just hang in the background looking like a local, not involved. And I'll be within earshot. But then if things go south, I could always intervene.
I'm good with that, but I don't talk so good, so be prepared.
Yep. If you are unable to convince him to recruit you,
I just thought that was funny.
that is funny. Thanks for sharing. It's helpful that some random dock worker pointed that out to us.
Well, it's the guy you're going to interrogate. So, yeah, you get closer. And what are you going to do, Neros, as he's noticed you? Is just, hey, what do you want?
So I'm going to go look at these vegetables.
Alright. What do you want, Turtle?
I'm looking for work on a boat.
That get up? What can you even do?
I just watched Aladdin the other day, so it's like when the genie's showing off all his abilities. So I'll use Mage Hand to float some things around as much as I can. I'll send him some messages.
Magic what?
Hey,
and
I'll say,
not in my head.
yeah. So I have other abilities as well, but I prefer not to use them just willy-nilly.
I see. Ship could use a wizard. Are you a wizard?
I am a wizard.
What's the best magic in you?
And I'm not part of the Brotherhood there, so I'm a free agent. I can light things on fire. I can make people do things.
Can you make a fireball?
I can make a small fireball. I'm not quite there yet.
Yeah,
Although hopefully that will change in the next hour and a half.
it might.
Let's see, what else can I do? I can detect magic if we're ever looking for magical items and loot. If we ever
Right.
have to go quickly, I
So you
can
got
run
some
really
uses.
fast.
Oh, you can run really fast. Aren't turtles supposed to be slow?
That's the thing. I'm very deceptive. You think I'm one thing, but I'm not.
Sneaky. I like it. I like it. We do have an opening.
I'm also very good friends with a red dragon, so I'll show him the picture that I drew.
Yeah, whatever. Nice drawing, though. Yeah. We're looking for another crew member. We got 4 right now. We had 5. Something happened. Still interested, even though it might cost you your life.
Sure. I think you guys might die before I do, but
I like you. You're straightforward, and really, we don't do anything that's that dangerous. We just try to pick up lost cargo.
what if I had a friend? Do you have room for another?
We got 5. Getting a 6 might be hard, but if you're a real wizard, maybe. I know wizards get stronger pretty quick.
My friend is even more powerful than I.
Can you cast a fireball?
He can shoot an arrow from one deck of a ship to another with pinpoint accuracy.
Archer. Alright. You guys, what else do you do on ships aside from... What does your friend do on ships aside from that? I know wizards are a little bit prissy, maybe helping out with maps and stuff. What does your friend do?
He sings and dances quite well.
Oh, that's good, but what work can he do? What does he usually do? Quartermaster, deckhand, cook?
I don't think I knew what Slayer would have done on the ship because I would have spent a lot of time in my room.
I don't think you guys really did anything or had an assigned role.
Let's
as
say
you had other crew members do it. Pick locks. Yeah, you're pretty good at that.
Yeah. I don't know that we have much of the sailing experience, but if you're needing to fight, we're there for that, or you're needing to get into places that are hard to get into.
Alright. Since you're new, you don't have anything else, we could give your friend 3 copper a day, and you'll get 7 copper. As wizards generally get more. You can work your ways up.
Ooh. All right. Well, that sounds like a fine starting point.
Alright. As he smiles, it's like, alright, let me take you to meet my crew. Have you ever been in the sewers?
No.
You're in for a real treat.
Tend to go to smelly places. Is it gonna stink?
Oh yeah, it's called the Stanky Inn. That's where we're going. Still in?
I just hold on. Let me communicate with my friend, and I'll send Slayer a message.
Okay.
Not actually talking to him, but just in that general direction. Not pointing at him specifically, but there, and just saying, "Hey, got us jobs. We're gonna join the crew. He's taking us to the Stanky Inn. If you want to follow or meet up in a little bit."
Yeah, I can respond, right? To a message?
Yeah.
So I would mentally respond, where would I meet? Gate?
Maybe just follow us. You know what? I'll summon young Wheezy from wherever the urchin was and send back a message. Follow young Wheezy. Young Wheezy can lead you to where I am.
Very good. And then I will give the gold coin to Brett in good faith. And then I will follow young Wheezy from a respectable distance. Well, I'll walk with young Wheezy, who I'm guessing will be following from a respectable distance.
Okay. So you guys...
Does that make sense?
Yeah, you would You use the urchin, right, to get to the gate while you're also still kind of like shadowing them and mirroring them to see when they go in, correct? Just to make sure. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So yeah, we're on the same page. So you guys go to this place here. And Neros, you would be ahead with... Oh no, I forgot to grab him. You would be ahead with this guy. And they go around the corner as Brent brings you around the corner after seeing Neros, as he's just kind of following Neros as he goes around corners, and he says, "Sir, just around the corner is where the Stanky Inn is at."
Oh, so the kid tells this to me.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And I'm with young Wheezy still?
Yes. Oh, well, young Weezy, he's not on there. That's why I was like, what? Yep, young Weezy's there. As this kid's also glaring at, not glaring, but like glancing at young Weezy. As young Weezy just glaring at him. Hungrily. Could I have my gold,
Okay.
please?
Yep, I'll give him the gold, and again, I'm gonna put my trust at this point in young Wheezy.
Alright. Young Weezy's following him, in case he's not being forthright with you. And then we'll go to you, Neros, as this guy, while walking, he tells you his name. He says, "My name's Declan. What's your name, Turtle?"
My name is Neros.
Neros. Huh. Pleasure to meet you, Neros. Now, you'll be getting with my crew. We're known as the Royal Shanties. How you can tell one of us, he unfurls his sleeve and he has the exact same tattoo as what you saw on the dead corpse. Now, we'll get into the Stanky Inn here, and we'll get this to work. Say the password, don't forget it. He knocks on the door. Knock, 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 knock. And you hear, "Oh, good evening. How's it today?" It smells like the sewers. Ah, well, right this way. As he opens the door, and you see it looks like almost a fine establishment, as if it was a little warehouse, just with a little bit of clothing. And as you go around one wall in the back, then you are able to go down a trap door. And once he opens that trap door, you can already smell the stench coming from it.
I'll assume that Slayer's kind of been following me, and I'll send him a message and tell him the passcode is smells like the sewers, and try to give him his Morse code through a message, like knock, 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 knock.
All right. So Slayer,
Yep.
you go around the corner. They're inside. And you've got this information, and you were able to follow a little bit. Did you want to shadow behind so that you would hear the entire conversation, or just use the password that you
Nope.
know and the knock?
No, I'm wherever young Wheezy is.
Okay.
So if Neros has told young Wheezy to hang back, I would hang back, and then I would receive the message from Neros, know what it means. I would say, "Come, young Wheezy, let's stick together." And is this the entrance here?
It is right here with young
Oh,
Weezy.
there.
Yep.
Okay, I'm following young Wheezy.
There we are, and you see that there's this door in front
I
of
will
you.
knock on the door.
Knock exactly as Neros instructs. And you hear, "Yeah, what is it?"
I need to pee in the sewer.
Oh, creative. All right. As he opens the door, and he's like, got some classy folk coming in now. And he takes you to the same area where Nero's was. Now, as you guys go...
By the way, I no longer look like the old lady.
Oh, I was assuming not.
Yeah, let's make sure it's let's make it formal.
Indeed. So, you guys then get to this area down here. Nero, so you'd be a little bit ahead. As you go down, the stench is just right there in your face, as it has that full-blown bit of being in the sewers. And you can even see, like, the sewage pipes coming out right here, depositing some fresh sewage for you. As you go in this dark, dank, and underground area. And Declan takes you and says, let me take you to the gambling area. That's where we have our crew usually meet at. Not everyone's there usually, but you know, most of us. So anyways, what got you into this line of work?
Mostly just looking for power, books, tomes, things like that.
Power, books, tomes, wizardy stuff. And I don't think you'll get much of that here with us, but maybe. We find a lot of things all over. We just had a difficult job recently and lost someone, but, you know.
Oh, where'd you lose them to?
Skeletons. Didn't get out in time.
Skeleton?
Yeah. Gotta go
are
diving
easy.
for... Oh, those are easy. Glad we'll have a powerful wizard with us then. Alright, so in this area, as you've gone around to the Stanky Inn, you see that people are serving food, alcohol, other beverages, and... let's get the appropriate music here. Yes. And you see that the alcohol is going around as well, and you can smell, like, something might be up with the alcohol, just from a look and from the scent that wafts to you, but most people don't seem to mind it. As you guys continue onward, you see that there are many rooms, many different areas, but when you get to here, you get to a lively gambling hall. As these tables are where people are gambling, throwing around gold, dice, cards, and even bones at times. And there is a bar here as well. And he says, yeah, so let me take you to Villianata. Yeah, what is it? We got prospective crew members. Oh, really? I'm the captain of this here crew, and why should we take you? You see that she's this burly woman who it looks like she almost has facial hair as well, and she's extremely muscular. She has like 2 scimitars, a crossbow on her back, and she even has like bandoliers of daggers across her chest.
Declan, do I have to explain all that I can do again?
Nah, he's a wizard. Oh, really? Well, it's my turn to interview you. Why would we want to take you as a wizard instead of some other wizard? You look pretty green.
Do you have another option?
Of course we have options.
Well, you lost somebody to skeletons. I fought many skeletons and not died, so therefore I'm probably better than your previous recruiting methods.
She glares at Declan and Declan says, I'm gonna go to Portental. Portental, hey, how's it going? Yes, Declan is a little bit loose-lipped. Normally our ventures
Sounds
don't
like
involve
a
combat.
you problem.
Do you want to be hired or not?
Yeah, I mean, I don't talk to anybody, but you know,
Maybe it's
if
supposed to
you're
keep it
the
that way.
captain and he's talking loosely, that really does make it a you problem. just by order of authority and hierarchy.
You do have a point. I may have to give him some punishment later. Docking his wages. Maybe give him an extra chore or two. Hopefully that'll teach him to stop being an idiot. Declan, as she goes over, and he tries to wave it off, and this guy's like, "What'd you do this time, Declan?" He's like, as he tries to sweep it away in casual conversation. She goes, "Well, yes, we could maybe use you."
Also come with a friend who is quite valuable as well.
Earl Slayer, were you following in this entire time? Because you were here, but I can't hear you. You are silent.
Sorry, I muted for family.
Oh.
I'm sticking with young Wheezy, and so if Neros had directed young Wheezy to approach, then Slayer would have followed. Otherwise, he would have tried to look busy looking at the sewage.
Okay. So where does young Wheezy want to be?
Young Wheezy kind of walks the same path.
So okay. I'll keep following young Wheezy.
Alrighty. So I'll just teleport you. Yoink.
And my partner in crime has impeccable timing. And I point to the doors.
As he comes through.
And I hope that... Yeah,
two of you?
There we go.
Two of you. Maybe.
3 if you count my familiar.
She keeps looking past you. Just a little bit here and there. And alright. So... 3 and 7 copper. That correct?
7 copper for me and 3 for my friend over there.
Keeps looking over your shoulders. I see. Yeah. Per day. Yeah, we could do that. Especially for a wizard. What makes your friend... Hey, bring your friend over here. Let's interview him as well. Just to make sure that we're getting to know our potential candidates. Can't hire anyone, of course. Some might be trying to gut you, although we don't have usually that problem, luckily.
Slayer, this lovely lady would like to chat with you.
Hello?
Pretty boy, I see. God, this one's a wizard. What can you do?
I consider myself to be a rather able archer.
Okay. What else?
We're also... can I get meta for a second here?
Oh, okay, sure. What are you trying to convey?
Yeah. Be patient. I'll help you when I can.
Oh yeah, this is something you guys would have talked about beforehand. So you guys can figure this out.
Yeah.
Because you would have figured this out.
I think so too.
Mm-hmm. If it was not a
I was thinking.
Continue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was thinking we can either hang out here and look for the goods, like pretend that we're part of it, and then maybe when there's not a bunch of people, confront either Declan, who we know has we know that now, confront somebody who has a better chance of telling us what happened, or we can find the goods and see and then go from there.
Okay, so at this point, I'll just play along with being recruited, and we'll wait till the time is right to try to get answers about where the stuff is and why they took it. Sound right? Okay.
Because I think we're better off if we can isolate instead of having a big group. Like, just from it's worked for us many times where we find somebody and torture them and get the information that we need.
Okay, so getting back to her question was, what do I do? So I'm going to say, I'm quite gifted with a bow and arrow. In fact, sometimes I can pull it right out of the air, and I'll make my packed weapon appear
Well, that's fancy.
dramatically.
Alright. That's fancy. Alright. Getting my attention. Indeed. What else can you do on a ship?
I can fish.
Eh. On a moving ship, you can fish? Alright, you play it off like, yeah, I can cast in real, and you like make up some BS method. She's like, I'll be damned, never heard of that method before. Yeah. Huh. That'd actually be pretty nice, so we wouldn't have to maybe stock up as much as we have a light skeleton crew. You know what? I think that we could take you both. You're definitely green, but we could whip you into shape. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Now, what we usually do... How much has Declan told you?
Outside of regularly losing crew members, not much.
It's not regular. That's a one-time thing. Declan, really... I need to whip him into shape as well. No. What we usually do is we go to places that have lost goods, wreckages, places where we know some smugglers go to drop off their goods at times if we get a good tip off here and there. And then we just sell the profits. Sell the items to our fence and we make a living off that. It's actually pretty good work, pretty safe generally. Sometimes even going and salvaging ships after a battle. It's definitely pretty nice. Unless, of course, they're burned with fire. Or rammed or something. Usually people try to keep ships up so you could loot them and whatnot. Or we could go and maybe every once in a while get a small merchant vessel here and there. That's simply what we do. I'm in charge of selling all the items, and I'll make sure that everyone gets their pay as long as we all get our cargo. Luckily, we have enough money from the cargo from our latest venture, and going to be going out soon to see what we can scavenge again. Well, we'll be going out in 2 days' time.
What was your latest haul?
Our latest haul was a lucky find. Good tip-off. That's all you need to know. You weren't there for it that time. You're not getting a cut from that. You're not getting paid from that bit of money, so it's all good. Oh,
I just
and by
want
the
to
way,
know what kind of things we delve into. That's all.
anything. And I mean anything. As long as it makes us money.
I like money.
Damn straight. So, with that, I think you'll be into the royal shanties. Of course, in these 2 days, you'll need to get that tattoo on you. You, it should be easy. As she looks at you, Slayer. You, as she looks at you, Neros. You never had a turtle in our crew before. I don't know where we could get you that tattoo, or if it'll even work and fit. Do you have like scales or normal skin, or how does that work?
People usually just draw things on my shell if they want to identify me.
Does it say?
Sometimes.
I'll find a bit of
I
permanent.
pull
ink
out
for
my
you.
I pull out my magic quill, and it produces color in the ink of my choice, and then I'll just use that to write on my shell. I'll use my mage hand to write the symbol on my shell in bright pink.
Oh, pink. I like you. Bold. And for you, pretty boy, we'll have to get you tattooed up.
Indeed.
All right, welcome to the Royal Shanties. As she orders you a round of ale, quote unquote ale, as when it comes to you, there's something foul towards it that you can smell. She says, "Well,
I give it to young Wheezy.
because it starts like nibble on the cup a little bit."
Got to keep my wits about me. Can't.
So you're
A
all
wizard, a
responsible.
drunk wizard, is no good.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. I'm glad that you all have a little bit of sense to you. Anyways, let's celebrate tonight.
How dirty is the floor?
I mean, a better question would be how clean is the floor? And the answer to that would be not very. As you can tell that it's maybe mopped a little bit, but the contents of it is stained green in some different areas.
Could I try to use sleight of hand to tip out bits of my drink from time to time to create the illusion that I'm actually drinking it?
Indeed you can. Wow, yeah, you definitely do a very good job. And when you spill it on the ground, it's like adding a bit of water to some extra water that's already there, so it's not even that noticeable. Yeah. You guys, do you want to do anything else in this celebration? There are people who are gambling here as part of the crew. The captain is right here. Do you want to pry for any other information, or do you want to do anything in general?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Was the Stanky Inn named after the ale, or was the ale intentionally created this way to suit the name?
You know, I like you. No, it was made after the inn. They just every once in a while started to add, lower quality water here and there. They make it almost like we have to guess if it's from the sewer or not. Guess if you got a good cup or not. Every once in a while there might be one from the sewer, but that's that's them playing a prank on those. Otherwise, it's just that, everything's kept down here, so it smells a little stanky.
If I may be so bold, one thing I did neglect to share is that I may have a bit of a price on my head in the city of Waterdeep. Is there any chance that our voyages would take us that far south?
Sometimes, but usually we get in and out very quick.
How close do you get?
I mean, sometimes we dock in the city. But we'll keep you hidden. We'll just keep you hidden on deck. Well, under the deck. You get the idea.
I may be of some service. I am aware of some outlying islands which are not charted that I know some of the gangs in that city use for dropping off goods. Perhaps on our next voyage I could show them to you.
Indeed. Yeah. We could definitely go into there. We're not going towards Waterdeep right now, but...
That's a relief.
Yeah, when we go down south, though, we'll keep you down below deck, and we'll try to keep that in mind. Well, I'll try to keep that in mind. The other idiots don't really get a say. But I listen to y'all. Just to make sure it's... keep it into consideration.
No problem. I'm relieved that this isn't where we tend to go. That is good news.
Yeah, no. Not the usual, for sure.
Can I just do an insight check? Were there Any kind of reaction when I mentioned the stolen goods?
Okay, roll an
That's a
insight.
straight roll. Oh, that doesn't look good.
Yeah, with a 2. Hard to read this person as she's just like hiding her face when drinking a little bit, and it's just it's hard to get any
She,
easy
is she
look.
wincing from the taste, or is she wincing from what I say?
From the 2. You can't tell. Like maybe it's from what you're saying, maybe it's from the drink. Yeah. And
I'm going to
Neros,
go over here to Declan.
it's like
Are they gambling or are they just drinking?
they're gambling and drinking.
What are they playing?
They're playing Dead Man's Dice. How this one is played is that everyone rolls 3d6s right away. You then get the chance to roll again on your turn if you want. Like this one. 10 plus 5 is 15. And then you can roll all the way as it goes around until everyone has passed, and whoever has the highest number wins. But whoever goes over 21 loses, as it's essentially 21.
Ah, blackjack with dice.
Mm-hmm.
How much are they playing for? What's the ante, Declan?
2 copper.
I gave away all my copper tax.
I've got plenty.
Yeah, he's looking at you like this is a pretty good buy-in right here.
All right, I'm gonna pass you. After tipping that dock hand, I still have 88 copper left, so I'm gonna give you 50 copper.
All right.
It's like, oh, 50, dang. All right. We got a big player here.
50 pennies.
Yeah.
I'll put 2 copper in.
All right, 2 copper as well. So, roll your 3d6. Wow, 7. All right, so they roll a 15 and a 14 as they both roll. Wow, one rolls a 21. 15 plus 6 is 21. And, oh wait, no, sorry. I added them both together. One has a 16, passes. The other one has a 19 and passes. To you. Do you want to roll an extra d6 to add to it? You can roll another one. You're gonna probably want to roll another one.
Nice.
Yeah, 14. Okay.
Yeah.
When you're at 20, the one at 16 is like, screw it. Takes his d6 and rolls. And. Oh, wow, he rolls a 5.
Oh.
It's like, yes! And then goes and takes the pot. And if you want to continue doing this, you can, and I can give you an estimate of how much you lose. But you can choose to... Alright. So you continue doing this. And you win some, you lose some. You lose a total of 6 copper as you gamble throughout the night.
So while I'm gambling, I'm also trying to get information about the last mission where they lost somebody, and was it worth it, and what they get, and who'd they sell it to, or just like general things like that, just to try and understand the crew more and what the crew is capable of.
Roll me a persuasion.
Boy, oh boy.
$19. All right. So you are very friendly in your candid attitude. And they are just like, oh, yeah. And they actually tell you a bit about this person that they lost, as they are drinking a little bit. And they go into saying like, oh, man, poor Turalonius. He was a good guy and all, but... Oh, he didn't deserve to be going down like that. He tried to go and loot as long as he could on the island, but it was a smuggler's place. They dropped off some stuff. We didn't know what we were getting. So we just went, picked up the package, and I mean, we don't even know what was in it, honestly. It was just like taken with some weird, like strange symbol on it. What it looked like. Portanta, it's like, I think it was hourglass or something, like what they use to tell time or something. It's like, yeah, something like that. And it's it was something weird. The captain, she's the one who deals with all that stuff though, so she's selling it. I think she's got it all sold or something. Probably gonna get it all sold in a few days. That's why she said we'll head out in 2 days. I don't know, but I think she's got it taken care of. She usually takes care of everything. We've been here for a while though, so she should have gotten whatever it was figured out. Otherwise, we'd be questioning, you know, quality and finding a fence and everything. But yeah.
So she's the only one who handles it. What happens if she's gone? Then how would you sell it? Nobody knows who she sells it to. Nobody has any of that information.
Look at each other like, well, I mean, Trelton knows a bit more. He's second. I mean, he's first mate, so. Like, yeah. Trelton, he'd know for backup, but I mean, he only does that stuff every once in a while. He just, I mean, he more makes sure the ship's all fine and everything, while Captain goes and sells the stuff.
What's
His gang.
is Charlton in here?
No, he
Did
is
we meet
not.
Charlton?
He is not here. And then they state that he must be off somewhere else, partaking with other delicacies from the Stanky Inn, to put it nicely. As in, he's paid for a bedtime companion. So,
I don't even want to imagine. What
hello,
the bedtime
child.
companion
This is why I've
at the
stated it that
Stanky
way.
Inn would be.
Yeah. So yeah. Actually, since Slayer is gone and we're at this point, we should probably take a 5-minute break really quick.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Starting now, and I'll put that in the chat for him. Oh, just saying that is. Oh, there he is. Just saying it's about time for
Sorry.
a 5-minute break anyway, so
Oh,
we're just gonna take a 5-minute break. We're gonna give you that time. So if you have anything to take care of,
No.
just take care of it really quick.
Yeah, it's the family. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Exactly. No problem.
I'll fill up.
And that will take our little 5-minute break as we get them close to actually kind of finish. They'll probably finish this quest tonight, and maybe we'll actually level. Then we'll be in our final arc for Thief Wars. But until then, be back in like 4-ish minutes or so, 4.5, whatever.
So we found the second in command is with a lady of the night there, Dave.
Ah. Here in the Stanky Inn?
He's might be elsewhere. He's not in the room. We didn't get introduced. I don't know if he's staying in the inn somewhere. He could be, probably. But they said he usually likes to have some company. So what I was thinking was when everybody goes to sleep or passes out, we can murder most of them and then suggestion or something for one of them to take us to where the fence is and see where that takes us.
Yeah, I agree. Especially if it's... So Declan is not the lady, right?
No, Declan's like the one that we found that had it, and he brought us to...
Brought you here. Okay.
Yeah.
Did we get the lady's name?
Ilianada, I think.
And Terralonius is the second in command.
Terralonius is the guy who died.
Died.
Charlton is the second in command. Does that make sense?
It does. I think I like what you're thinking. I think the goal would have been to recover the cargo. And it sounds like that's probably only going to be partially possible anyway. So therefore, what the Chronomancers would want us to do is to make an example of these guys.
And I think if we follow them to the fence, like if we can get one of them to lead us to the fence, we might have a chance at recovering the other goods, depending on whether or not they've all been sold or not.
Do you know suggestion as well?
I do.
Okay, so between the two of us, we could cast it multiple times if needed. All right, so is the goal then to get everybody nice and under the influence? Wait for them to start to drift off? And then hit them hard?
I think so.
All right.
I think you are stealthier than I, so it might leave the stealthing up to you, but I'll be nearby in case something goes wrong.
So the island that they stole the cargo from, does it have a name?
Let's see. They didn't actually have a name for that island that they knew of. But you guys, I think maybe I gave you a name a while ago. Let's see.
Well, I could always make the suggestion, take me to that cargo you brought back from down south. And that would probably be sufficient.
They did mention the cargo had an hourglass on it, so that might even be more specific.
That's good.
Okay. Alright, so is that what you guys are going to do then? Or are you still theorizing?
Yeah, I think what Neros has suggested is that we wait till it gets late in the evening, and there are either fewer royals to deal with, royal shanties to deal with, or until they outright pass out or leave or go to bed or whatever. And then once we feel like it's manageable that we could take them on our own, we will attack them. Kill as many as we can, ensuring to leave at least one alive, who we will then enchant into taking us to the cargo, and since it sounds like it's not all there anymore, then perhaps we'll get them to take us to the fence.
Alright. So, And I missed the first part of that. You guys are doing your plan before going to bed, correct? Or did I not miss that? I was
Yeah.
thinking I did. Perfect,
No, I
perfect.
think we would find some time to sort of touch base with each other, ask how things are going, find out how much of my copper he lost, and then we just basically both agree that we're just going to bide our time
All right,
and
all
then make
right.
our move.
So you guys are able to find a good opening when these two, Declan and Portanto, have drank quite a bit as they're kind of like wobbling around a bit. And the captain, Filianata, is getting up and saying, "Well, I'm going to take my leave now," as she gets up and starts to walk away.
Slayer's going to pay close attention to which direction she goes.
She's going straight out here.
Is
And
that? Oh, I see. So that's not out to the exit. That's to a room.
yeah, I didn't put dynamic lighting here because I wanted to show you the full extent of the Stanky Inn, but the joy that you have to go towards. But yeah, when she goes out here, you will lose sight of her through these doors.
Okay.
If you want to follow, then you could just roll me a stealth to see if you get past these drunkards, which is very likely, and if she does not notice you.
Well, let's try it. I don't think I've got any powers to improve my stealth. Not yet. Okay, so we'll just do a stealth roll. Alright, not bad, Slayer.
Very nice, very nice. So you follow her as she goes and goes and goes, speeding it up, and she goes to. It looks like more of a private area here. I'm just gonna bring you around and teleport you. She goes through here, 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 and you see her go into this area that is covered by like one of those cloth drapes that would make a door.
Okay. Nothing I can lock her in. Okay, fair enough. Having seen where she went, I will make my way back to the common room, continuing to stealth.
And you are able to do it beautifully, as no one notices that you get out, as you are a natural at this, Slayer.
So I'm still seeing 6 of their people in the room.
Yes. Well, there is also a bartender here. I just didn't put the bartender. But yeah, technically
Okay.
7.
I'm going to whisper to Neros. Oh. And how do I spell her name, Wizo? It was many syllables. Idria.
Filianata.
Oh, I wasn't even close.
It's okay. That fits Slayer very well with the name.
Peckish is her name. Whatever.
I got the Stanky Inn right. Come on.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Alright, so I would whisper something like that.
They don't look very
No, these ones are not
tough,
very.
do they? Like,
Oh, tough. These two look like they could possibly be a bit tough, maybe not to you, but them in their drunken state are probably not going to be able to do much. And you get that everyone else here is kind of minding their own business. They don't really care what you guys are doing.
And we're assuming that everyone in the Stanky Inn is a member of this gang.
What?
I can't imagine.
They did mention at one point that they had 4 crew members, and
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Not everyone in this inn is part of the Royal Shanties.
Okay. Is it easy to spot which ones are?
You know that these 2 are, and that there is another one, Trelton, who is not here. You don't know.
Okay, but the two with Neros have the tattoo.
Yes. You can see
right?
that they have their sleeves kind of rolled up as well as it's on their forearms.
Does the bartender have the tattoo?
No.
Okay.
This looks like a small crew.
Well, do we want to go over here? We'll just yell it in front of these guys. Do we want to pay for the rest of the people just to leave and deal with these 2 and then make our way?
That's a nicer idea than what I was thinking of, which is more of a pulp fiction kind of approach. But yeah, if we can, I could I don't know, use my persuasion maybe. Have I got persuasion? I don't, but I'm not too bad at it. So let's say I'm sitting on a lot of gold. What do you say I offer each of them a gold coin if they vacate?
Are you asking me or Neros?
I'm asking Neros.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. I am not sitting on a lot of gold. I tend to spend it very quickly, so...
Why don't you keep those other 2 occupied? Maybe start losing copper at a furious rate.
All right.
And I'll one by one approach the other customers, and sort of casually, with a wink and a nudge, offer them a gold coin to maybe call it a night and head out early. Things might get messy.
Some of them ask, like, do you need a door guard? Like someone to watch? Make sure that no one comes in?
Well, crap. Does the person look like they could do that?
Yeah, a few of them that ask this look like they can. As well, again, everyone here is of not only just like a terrible social standing and a complete low life, but they're also thuggish and burly in some manner, or at least they might be lithe, but it looks like they are very quick with their hands. Or you can tell, especially being a dexterous person yourself, that everyone here could fit that criteria.
All right. Yes, we definitely could. Let's say it's 1 gold to go home early, or 5 gold to watch the door.
And one person says there's 3 doors. I can get 2 other people to do it for you, and you can get the others to leave. Just a little early.
Sure, let's do that. I'll deduct 15 gold.
Alright, 15 plus the extra 3, so that's 18, as you get everyone, including the bartender, out. As everyone vacates this, and you do this in a stealthy...
Oh, even the bartender.
Even the bartender. Oh, yeah. And you see the bartender just like, alright, takes the gold. And you can see this is not the first time. This is probably the 100th time this has happened.
Last call, going once, going twice.
If last call, like, why last call? And they're just drinking their alcohol, not even aware of the situation that's happened to them.
All right. I guess I'm just gonna take a cheap shot and shoot one of them with an arrow.
All right, roll.
I'm just gonna keep gambling, like,
All right.
just to try and keep them distracted as long as possible.
I'm gonna start with this one just because he's closest to that exit.
All right.
Would that be with advantage? Not that it matters.
We're just giving you a surprise round. So, that means you get one
Sure,
free
so that's
shot. So, 11, you hit him as we then go to combat. Remove Young Wheezy. Young Wheezy's not a combatant. He's just a torturer. That's all. Alright. So.
Oh, good thinking.
Alrighty. Slayer?
Yeah, it's coming.
Alrighty. Perfect. So you've reshot at this one, and he's not injured to half health, but he's close, as he is not doing well.
Okay. Then I will take a second shot at him.
Alright,
That's
so
a 12 to hit.
a 12 does hit, as he is intoxicated. So you hit him
10 damage.
and he is wounded, which is half health or less. He's not doing good. As he's like,
Okay.
What is it?
And no bonus action. I'll just end my turn.
Alright, he's like, you! He runs over past you, Neros. If you want to, you take an attack of opportunity, you can.
Yeah, I'll use my claws.
Alright.
Very well, obviously.
He doesn't even notice you try to claw him, as he is intoxicated, and tries to swing at you. Slayer, what's your AC?
That's a good question. My AC is 16.
As he is technically poisoned, he has disadvantage and misses you as he swings his scimitar wide. Because you! I brought you here, why? Then we go to Neros.
I'm gonna kind of walk over this way, trying to stay out of the way of a bow shot on this guy if Slayer wants it. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna try and shove this guy out of the way, Slayer.
Alright,
If I shove him
that's a main action.
this way, yeah,
And it's just a push this way. It would only be 5 feet, so you'd want to be here and then push him. Yep. And then he'll be pushed here. Perfect.
yeah.
So roll me an athletics as your attack action. It is contested. He has disadvantage, that's right. Oh wow, even with disadvantage a 19, 20 on the straight die rolls as he avoids you. He's like, what are you doing? Neros, why? This guy comes
Why
up.
did you hit him? Why are you going for him?
You shot
What do you do?
for dance. As this guy comes out, and you see that he pulls out like a great sword from underneath the table, and comes over to try to swing at you, Neros, with disadvantage. What's your AC?
17.
Oh, he actually hits. And he deals 12 points of damage to you as he chunks into you. Alright, then we have Slayer.
Sorry, I'm just trying to see what the spell does, and I don't want to accidentally cast it. So we're still below level 5, so... Okay. I think Slayer's best bet is to shoot an arrow at Portental.
Alright.
Try to finish him. So that's a 19 to hit for 14 damage.
Yeah, and even though there's a disadvantage and you shooting through your ally, which gives it a +2, no, yeah, it's still disadvantage because with this guy, you still hit with a 19 as Portental goes down. He goes, no, why?
And at this point, I will end my turn. Take my chances.
He tries to swing at you, Slayer, and he misses as he has disadvantage on his attack rolls. Neros, your turn.
I will. I'm not going to try to hit her again. I was trying to give some space, but I will do Toll the Dead.
Alright, so dong! A huge bell sound rings as this person starts to take. It's hit for the first time. It's like, what is this? As like part of his arm just falls off a little bit, and there's this green energy around it. Ah!
Right, I thought I ended my turn. There we go.
Okay. Slayer.
I'm gonna raise a palm in his face and spray him with poison.
Oh, poison spray. Lovely.
DC 13 Constitution.
Alright. Oh, he does not make it. As there's like poison in his eyes, and he's has like swollen bits around here. He already has disadvantage, so it's not. I mean, he's just not doing well. He abandons this and tries to run for the door. And Slayer, since you have a range weapon, you don't get an attack of opportunity unless you have combat caster. Okay.
No, I don't.
Neros, though, what do you wish to do? If you still have your claws, which I mean. All right, you hit him for 2 damage. As he then runs and he tries to go through the door, but the door is solidly being pushed back. He's like, "Hey, let me out! They're trying to kill me!"
We got our $5 worth.
Yeah, Neros, here you go.
We're gonna do another bell. Ooh.
Dong. And he doesn't make it as part of his leg now falls off. He's like, he's not doing well. He is not having a good day.
I'm just gonna move beside him and try and end my turn.
I'm gonna shoot him.
Alrighty.
Oh. Well, it's only a 10.
does not hit as you thud into the door. Boink. Like, let me out! As he tries to bash against the door as his main action, but has disadvantage as he slips and is fallen prone. Neros, it's your go. He's prone, so all melee attacks have advantage, all range attacks have disadvantage.
Well, you know, the claws are my thing, so I was debating taking out my quarterstaff and trying to beat him with it, but it's not very Nero-y.
If you're gonna be a turtle, use the claw.
Yep. Oh boy.
Wow, that doesn't hit, even with advantage.
I don't think I have any bonus actions either. I don't get 2-weapon fighting with my claws, eh? No.
I don't think so.
No, you don't.
I think you can as a bonus action attack, but you don't get the +1. I would assume.
I'm gonna try shooting with despite the disadvantage. So that's a 19.
19 hits.
Or 10 damage.
He stops moving as he is now dead. And we end combat.
All right.
All right. So I will give the secret knock on the door and say, "Good work."
And with that, you feel as if, or you hear a, as it seems like some pressure is taken off the doors.
And I'm going to go over to the body, and I'm going to take my dagger and cut out the tattoos.
Oh, shit. Okay. Nice, nice.
For later.
Okay. Do you just leave the bodies?
I'm going to tell the person who's guarding the door.
Oh.
I'm going to thank them and say they may want to get out of here now.
Oh, you see that they were already kind of walking. They turn around when you thank them, just nods and just walks away.
Okay. This way, Neros. Is this person actually... Are these people actually here?
They're actually here, yeah.
Do any of them have tattoos?
None of them have the tattoos that you are familiar with.
Okay. I'm going to just try to look as menacing as possible as I strut through.
You seem that no one really wants to get in your way, as they're just letting you go. Again, this isn't like in a normal city with decent folk. They're just like, yeah, you got your own business, whatever. Not my problem.
And I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to point towards the curtain.
Okay.
Well, we want to keep her, don't we?
Yeah, I might, just from a meta perspective, I might suggest that you cast. Just because, first of all, you have more slots, and I think your spell save is probably better than mine.
Yeah.
And I was going to say something like, you want to answer all of our questions.
All right. So I'll open up the curtain.
All right. You see that she's kind of getting ready for bed in her undergarments, and that's why as she goes to pull out a dagger from in her undergarments on you. Why are you here?
I'm going to cast Suggestion, and I'm going to say you are going to answer all our questions and take us where we need to go.
Can I do 2 or 1? I'm just gonna put it in the public.
It says limited to a sentence or two.
Just gonna put it in the public chat so I can see it here. It's a wisdom saving throw. All right, so
Nice.
oh, she rolls nat 1. Oh, that was still public, but yeah, nat 1 is nat 1. All right, all right. Okay, so she says, and what questions do you have, Neros? As she's going to like put on her clothing a bit.
I'm going to come in behind the curtain.
All right, you come in behind the
I'll
curtain.
leave the questioning to Slayer there.
Trying to push through my yucky feelings. So.
While Slayer's doing that, I'll ask, what did you take from the island?
Which island are you talking about?
The loot with the hourglass.
We took poisons from crates with an hourglass on them.
And who gave you the tip?
It was a rat here in Luskin saying that there's always something left out there on that island, and we thought we'd check by. Once a ship goes by, we would be able to check that area and get something from there. It was just a common lowlife down here in the Stanky Inn. No doubt they've moved on to something else.
And you don't get your orders from anybody else?
I only get my orders from myself.
And who'd you sell the poisons to?
I sold it to a few different fences here and there. Not all the poisons, just a portion of it.
Where's the rest of the poison?
There underneath the other bits of clothing and tattered sheets.
All right. Do you have anything else worth value? Where do you keep the money to pay the crew?
I keep the money underneath my bed, so that if anyone tries to come in, I can shank them. I know that she's almost put on her clothes and is putting on her weapons and everything on her belt, but she's still not hostile. Just answering your questions.
Where can we find your second in command?
I don't know. He goes with some irreputable women and goes to a different room every time.
Here in the inn?
Yes.
How will we know him?
You'll know him by the tattoos that are on our forearms for each of us. Well, upper arms, bicep area. That are on each of us. That would be the most distinguishing feature, but aside from that, he, has long unkept hair, which doesn't really narrow him out. He also has pirate guards, which doesn't really narrow him out. He has a little bit of a broken nose, well, a healed broken nose, but that also doesn't narrow him out. He's a man of, well, commonality here in Luskin. Part of why he's my first mate, so that he's hard to track. Able to go in and get separate jobs, if we need.
Remind me of his name.
Trelton.
You can put it in the chat as well.
Gotcha.
Okay. Now, where is the fence that you brought our goods to?
I sold them to about half a dozen fences, whoever would take them. Some said that they didn't want to get involved, but after all, it's poison. It's hard to sell back to anyone, even in Luskin.
Neros, I suggest that we bring our masters the coin box instead of the goods.
Masters?
Yeah,
What masters? She's not specified. She's not a complete doll from this.
No. I think at that point we kind of got what we needed from her, so I'm going to immediately try and cast Hold Person on her.
All right, cast me Hold Person from your spellbook, and then I'll see and roll the DC. Excellent. Doing, she is held, and at this point, you can just coup de grace if that's your intent.
Yep.
All right.
Happy to do so. Are you gonna take her tattoo?
Yep.
All right. You take her and when you go
I suggest we...
Oh, continue, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say,
No.
and when you go to look at this area here, you find that there are 3 crates with the icon on, the Chronomancers icon. And you find that about 60% of the contents are still there. So one crate is completely empty, while another one is just a little bit taken out. And you can see that there are different poisons, whether they're black, green, etc. And yeah, that's what you see in this area.
Is there a chest of coins under her bed, as she said?
Yes, there is. There is a chest of coins that has a total of... It would be 29 gold. Copper and... Boop.
Very good. But I think we need to bring this back to the bosses as opposed to divvying it up ourselves. So.
Yep.
So I suggest we leave that there for now and just go room by room, asking if Trelton is in.
All right.
I'm gonna take the money and we'll cover up the crate again, just so that we don't leave the money just sitting here.
Yeah, sounds good. I'll use my Mask of Many Faces to make myself look like Felianta.
All right. So you go ask around for the expediency of time. And you go in and you go through different rooms, but when you enter this one, you as Filianta go in and ask for Trelton, and you see Trelton in an empty bed by himself as he looks up. What? He doesn't have a shirt on, and you can obviously see the tattoo on his forearm. Like,
I shoot him.
what you? All right, roll me an attack roll as this guy is dazed, confused, and not really up for anything here. Right.
Do I have advantage?
You get a surprise round, which means a free attack.
Okay, sounds good. All right, 25 to hit for 14 damage.
Alrighty, so you hit, and yeah, you deal 14 damage, and with that, we start probably the last combat here. As this guy's not quite a pushover, but yeah, in the state he's in, this isn't too good looking for him. Alrighty. So, we begin as he, groggily out of bed, pulls underneath from the bed a scimitar as he, didn't want that, as he goes to try to slash at you, Slayer. And he does 2 attacks as he tries to slash. What is your AC again?
16.
Wow, he hits both times. As he slashes into you for 12 damage. We go to your turn.
I'm going to cast Sleep.
Oh! Let's see how much hit points. 26. So 26 has no effect on this person.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's my turn. That sucks.
I think it should be higher, though, no? Because you're a second level spellcaster and it only rolled 5d8. Sorry.
And I think I found a way to fix that, too. I'll fix your pack magic bit here. Roll 2 more d8. Because recently I found a way to fix that.
So 34, if it matters. Thank you, Neros.
So close. But no, he does not fall asleep. So close, though.
Would have been cool.
It would have, and it was very close.
Wizo,
Oh wait, no, it's 3rd level spells that you do, don't you? Oh no, you're 4th level. Gotcha.
No, I'm only level 4.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next.
did we level up after we killed what's her name?
No, you level up soon, but
Because then I could just like fireball the room as well and really make us known.
But we want to recover that tattoo.
Oh yeah, all right. When you cast Suggestion, you used my spell slot, right? I just want to make sure I'm...
Yes. I did use the spell slot.
All right. We'll do my last 2nd level hold person on him.
Alrighty, so you use that and he makes the save. Wow, this guy's really pulling his weight.
All right. I'll just move up to engage with him and end my turn.
Alright, so you have 16 AC. So only 1 attack hits this time, as it hits you for 5 damage, Slayer.
I don't think I didn't record my damage the first time.
I got you for this one as
Oh
well.
no, you got it. Okay, good. Yeah, it's there. So my green bar wasn't moving, but it's all good now. Okay. All right, I'm not feeling so hot. I'm going to disengage.
Okay.
And pull back.
Gotcha. test something really quick. Ah, perfect. I fixed it. Good, good.
Excellent. Thank you.
No problem, no problem. I'll do that with the other ones. Excellent. So, now, after... Oh, sorry, after Slayer's turn, I forgot to press end turn on Shelton. We have Neros.
Toll the dead.
Boom! As this guy needs to make a 15 wisdom save. Wow, he makes it! The
Oh
16.
boy. This is the boss fight, apparently.
Apparently,
I
yes.
guess I should switch the music to boss music. yeah.
Sure, no, I'll stay here.
Alright, is there anything else you want to do, Neros? Oh, he misses terribly.
All right. 1, 2, 3. I think I should be able to shoot him without disadvantage.
Yep, you can shoot him with that disadvantage as you are shooting straight through the door.
All right. Bonus action. Let's put a hex on him.
Alrighty, good,
And then-
good.
Shoot. That's a 20 to hit for 19 damage with the hex.
Nice, nice.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, is Hex 2d6 now?
No, just 1. But I rolled 5 on it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So it should be 14 plus 5.
19. Ugh, he is definitely wounded and not doing well at all. Ugh.
Same thing.
No. He takes the full damage this time as he takes 8. As the blackened energy goes after him and he starts to melt a bit. And the arrows that have peppered into this person have really brought him down quite a bit. You start to hear some yelling around the corner. Hey! What's happening over there? Who's making that racket? From around here and around here. Strelton says, Help! Help! There's a fight! And he tries to hit you, Neros, as he is getting close to death's door. He's not doing well. And deflects off your shell. And with that,
26 for 18. Yeah.
And with that, he falls down dead. Finally. And you see that there are some people who run around the corner like, Hey, what's happening here?
Maybe you'd like to come and get a closer look.
Roll me an intimidate. Seven.
Only
They're
seven.
like, as they put their hands on their weapons. You can do one more thing before combat would ensue from these ones.
I'll use the wand of web and web it over here.
All right. So you try to web, and well,
I have, yeah.
let's see. What's the DC on it?
It's not 15. Hold on.
It's not 15. It should be 13.
15's mine. Oh, it actually is 15.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, on the one on D&D Beyond has it.
Huh, yeah, it is 15. Well, I'll be. So one's webbed as the other one gets out of the way. As he goes here. And you see this one's like, wait, what? As he backs away once he sees magic. So, you guys, what do you want to do at this point? Just tell me and we'll play this out.
I'll murder these two thugs.
Alright, you can tell this one's definitely backed away by the web, so it would be hard to get to that one. However, you could try to murder this one if you wish.
Yeah, in fact, I get advantage against the one stuck in the web, I believe.
If you want
Is he
to.
restrained?
Creature is restrained. However, shooting through web is a bit of a problem, because the sticky webbing... difficult terrain and lightly obscure the area. Well, they give him cover. I'll say they give him cover. But I don't think it'll make too much of a difference. So we're going to do this right here. Another combat, I guess. Alrighty.
Yeah. That's more like it.
Alrighty. So, Neros, what do you want to do first?
Was just marking off the web charge. Just 2 left.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna head over this way. Actually, I'll cast Toll the Dead on this guy first.
Okay, he's uninjured, but...
Yeah.
He rolled a 2, so he's like, "Ah, what is this?" As you deal damage to him.
And I'll head over here, look at this guy with the wand in my hand, and say, "Leave."
Alright, alright. So that's what you do. And then we go to their turn. This one tries to get out of the web as he is restrained, and that's all he can do. He is unsuccessful. As this one dashes. See, screams running off. This one also, he goes to the ladder and starts to climb up to wherever he's going. So he's gone.
Get out of here! Like,
it's like, what do you want?
we'll both wish they had gone.
Don't kill me, please.
I told
What do you
you
want? I'll leave.
I want you to admit that I'm scary. Okay.
You are
So
scary.
I'm going to shoot him. So that should be a 21 to hit. Oh, sorry. Transfer my hex as well. Sorry, my
Of course,
action.
bonus action. We'll just go with it there. So 13
Thanks, sorry.
damage.
So that's a 13 damage.
It's like, oh, please don't kill me! As you can see, he's getting close to death at this point.
I'm gonna let Slayer do his thing, and I'm just gonna go carve the tattoo off this guy.
Alright.
Start carving. I think probably takes more than 6 seconds.
That depends how good of a job you want to do. Do you want to try to make it fast, or do you want to take your time to make it a minute?
I'll take my time, like I did with the other ones. I
Okay,
want
so
them
it'll
to be
take a minute
usable.
for you to just carve this out. Alright. And then, Slayer, what do you want to do to this person as he's trying to break free? Let's see if he makes it. He does, actually. It's like, you're scary, alright! And then breaks free as his main action and runs a little bit.
Alright, we'll leave him be then. I will end the combat. We'll let him get away. He's not who we came to kill. And I'm going to start looking for any loot in this room. As far as I'm concerned, anything in this room we get to keep.
Alright. You're able to find a total of 9 gold, 6 silver, and 18 copper.
Okay, I'll just give it to Neros because he's perpetually broke.
Okay.
What were the numbers again? 9 gold.
9 gold, let's see, what was it? 6 silver, and 18 copper. There you go.
I'm going to turn myself back into Slayer. And then I'm going to return to... why do I find this so hard to pronounce? To the ladies' room. Felidana. Why is this so hard?
Elianata.
Felicia.
Felianata, there you go. And while Neros is busy with his tattoo, I'm going to start carving the Chronomancer symbol into the wall.
All right. What are you using to carve it? Just like a dagger?
I have a dagger in my possession. It's the only thing I think that would.
Okay, so you kind of do it as some people are staying away from this area, and you guys are able to go about your business.
So I take the tattoos, and I'm gonna bring them in here to the room where she is, and just like put them right underneath the Chronomancer's symbol that Slayer has carved in there. And I'm gonna take some daggers. Yeah, and I'm gonna. Well, I should probably keep one.
We should
No,
take
we
them
don't
all, bring them back, and give them to what's her name at the Gargoyles Tankard.
Well, you think so? I was thinking of leaving them as a as a marker for anybody who tries to mess with them in Luskin.
Yeah,
They know not to.
That works too. That works too.
All right.
And then we can go
Grab our
ferry the
stuff.
loot
And head
ferry
back
the
to our
potions
ship.
back. Yep.
All right. So you are
Dirty
able to-
deeds done dirt cheap.
Yes, yes. Oh my god. And which alternate reality will you go into now? Oh, that wasn't a JoJo's reference. Never mind then. I thought it was.
Sorry. AC/DC.
Oh, I was thinking it was literally a stand user from JoJo's. It's alright, it's alright. So yeah, I gotta get rid of these.
I didn't get it. I got the AC/DC reference.
Oh, it's alright. Different generations. But yes, you guys get to the lovely sea, and you guys are able to have
Back on the big wheel.
yeah, and have a safe voyage home, as there was nothing really planned in between here and there, since you guys have already encountered it. Is there anything that you guys want to do while you're at sea, while you're taking this time?
I did remember from last week that we were going to sort out some of the spells or the loot from Candle Keep. So these were because they were going to give us some money or some supplies, and these were the 3rd level spells that I was looking at getting at some point. So if they had any of these on scrolls, I would.
They have all of them.
Oh.
Candlekeep has all the spells.
Did I get all of them?
Yes, Candlekeep has all the spells. It's the Great Alexandrian Library of the world. Maybe they might not
I'm
have
going to
nice level
assume that I
spells or
don't
beyond,
get.
but that's it.
Yeah. I'm going to assume that they don't give me 9 3rd level spell scrolls.
No. There was a certain price
300
that
gold.
they were willing to give you on.
I think it was it 395? I didn't have my notebook, so I didn't have anything written down.
Well, we can scroll all the way up in chat. All right, fun times. Just don't type anything.
That's what I was looking. That's what I was doing.
All right, I'll let you do that then,
Oh,
as
Bear
I get
Owl, that's
the
great.
prices for it. What do I have for this? Starter level spell scrolls aren't cheap, that's for sure. Gaming. Well, I'm scrolling on something else while you're scrolling on that. Excellent, so got to it. Let's see here. Tell me when you found it, because then I will type in the
I don't think it
numbers.
was listed because I'm back to 3 weeks ago, and at the end I'm seeing the rhymes from Shemshine,
Huh.
and I'm not seeing any prices after that. I think you might have just mentioned it, and I'm drawing a blank. I thought it was 395. That's what's in my mind. That doesn't necessarily mean
We'll
it's
just
even
round it
close
to
whatever
400.
the actual
Screw it.
thing was.
So I'll just round it to 400. And these are the cost of the spell scrolls per spell level.
Are they willing to do trades with some of my other spell scrolls?
Trades for half price.
Seems like we did them a favor.
Which is why they're giving you free.
That's
Free,
true.
yeah.
Give me 1 second here. Trying to figure out what level these spells are. Illusory script is first. 30. You know what? I can figure this out without you guys waiting for it.
Alright, alright. Well, the other thing to make you wait longer is that, yes, you are correct. This is when you guys are going to level up as well.
Sweet.
So yeah, we can go to the Gargoyle's Chalice. And I'll put on that lovely...
Hey, it's
music.
been a while.
It has been a while.
We come in all tanned, smelling kind of salty.
Indeed you do. Now, and you all get the benefits of a long rest. Boom. Boom. There we go. Excellent, excellent. And yeah, you guys come into the Gargoyle's Chalice. And do you want to level now, after session? Same with the calculations of spell scrolls and gold and whatnot?
Is there much more to do today?
There's not much more, as mainly she was going to congratulate you and then get a little debriefing as to what happened, and that's pretty much it.
Then let's play that out, and then we can do the leveling stuff after.
Alright.
Get that closure, I think.
Alright, so you guys get back here. And you see the Gargoyle's Chalice is bustling as always, as there are people who are coming in for occult activities, for drinking, for the music, whatever else. As you even see Trail playing tonight. I need to get a token for Trail at some point. And yeah, you guys have a great time, and Jaden comes to you both. She says, well, so you both are back. I'm assuming you have the cargo?
Well, you may have noticed that we were out longer than anticipated, and it has been a bit of a journey.
I was a bit worried. You guys were out much longer than I would have assumed, but I was assuming that hopefully you just encountered something and it just delayed you. I'm hoping that's what happened.
In fact, when we arrived at the island, we found that it had already been ransacked and the cargo at the drop-off lifted. There was a clue left behind, though. We did find a body of one of the buccaneers that took it, and we were able to pursue them all the way to Luskin. We identified the group. They were a small-time operation calling themselves the Royal Shanties, based out of a rather disgusting tavern known as the Stanky Inn. We
I've
were
heard
able
of that
to
place. Oh, you had to go
Yes,
there?
sir. We did, unfortunately, but the sea breeze has, I think, washed its stank off of us. We were able to infiltrate the organization and briefly earn their trust, at which point we learned that approximately a third of the original cargo had already been sold to multiple fences in the city. We concluded that it was irrecoverable. What we did grab was the remaining 2/3, as well as this lockbox, which contained all the loot of that organization. We then executed every member of that group that we could find, and Neros removed their identifying tattoos, and we left a sort of message on the wall of their leader informing people not to cross the Chronomancers.
Wow, that's really bloody. Well, I'm not personally a fan of
Yes.
that. I know Billy is. In fact, I think Billy might have... You might be the right people for the job that he has. I'll talk to him and we'll work something out.
As you know, we seek only to serve the organization, and we trust that you continue to be pleased with the work that we do.
I am pleased. You guys are doing great. Yeah, I'm glad we started this program. We can maybe even find more potential applicants like you, and... Well, we'll also see what Billy has, because I think he has... one last ploy at least for this city before we start going to other places as well. But then we'll completely solidify ourselves and make sure there's no opposition in Waterdeep. But I'm not going to get too much into that, as that'll be later for you guys. You've earned a rest. Lift! Drinks! As you see, 2 drinks familiarly just float over to you, plop down on the table. And then you feel a rummage in your pockets, and she's, lift, here's the 2 gold coins. Just take it from me. Rummage stops, and then it goes over, takes the 2 gold coins that floats over, and then just puts it in the cash register.
We also met a red dragon who we can rent some space above his lair if you're ever looking for a base of operations closer to Gauntlgrim and Luskin.
We might. A red dragon, though. That's quite a bit. A red dragon.
He's a
Yes.
wordling. He's kind of weird.
Oh. So a small wormling red
We're good
dragon.
friends.
I see. We could work with
He's
that. And your
a
friends-
tad megalomaniacal. However, I believe that in exchange for good coin, he would be willing to tolerate our presence.
Coin for his presence, maybe his help, we can establish a base. You guys have done a great service. Yeah, I think Billy will have a great... I think he'll definitely make great use of you guys. And... well, I'll leave the description of the next mission to him, but... very good job. Very good job. In fact, for doing all that and for going out of your way to go above and beyond, I'll throw in a little bonus for you all. Let's see. She rummages in her pocket and pulls out 2 gems that are worth 100 gold pieces each. She says, "This will be a little bonus for you guys. I know it's not a ton, but at least it's something, and I hope you guys were compensated for all your other stuff by finding some extra treasure along the way as well."
Indeed. But as I said, our main goal is to prove our worth to our masters.
You guys are doing great. Yeah. Awesome job. Awesome job. I am very glad that we picked you all up. Alright then. Have a great night's rest, and Billy will brief you on your next mission tomorrow.
Yeah. Alright, I will long rest. What should I add as value for the gem? Can I just add it as gold? Or is it a plot item?
No. It's generally you'd want the 100 gold piece gem because selling it's usually for less than 100 gold. So if you go into loot, I'll just do an example for it. 100 gold piece gem. Bam. And then for you, Neros. Bam. Now you both have it.
Oh, I see. It's in the loot. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Okay, very
Yep,
good.
in the loot. Because gems are usually sold for a little bit less than 100 or can be used as bartering tokens instead of just straight gold.
Sounds good.
But yeah, and that, we will end the session.